He made it to the peak of Mount Everest, dude. He was commanding legions. He had influence. He didn't want to be an influencer. He wanted to influence the influencers. And he did, a puppet master. But then everything was taken from me. We have to fucking talk about this. Okay, this is Stale, former Twitch staff Stale. He used to work at Twitch. And also, not only that, but, Omega Destiny Orbiter, looking and sounding exactly what, exactly how you would assume a Reddit moderator, like a perma Reddit moderator would look like. Okay, bro, it's such a good performance art piece. Yeah, so here's what happened. Okay, looks hotter than I would have expected. Facts. So this guy ran and won, I believe, top orbiter of the year inside of DGG. This is a real thing that they do every year, and I think he made a video for it. We found out that he had made a video for it a while back, and he deleted the video in shame. But basically what happened is this guy overtook Livestream Fails a couple years ago as the top moderator of Livestream Fails. Now, if you don't know what Livestream Fails is, it's because I never go on this website. Okay? It's because I never go on that subreddit any longer. It used to be a subreddit where people would gather and check out the top news stories of the day, or top clips of the day from Twitch. It was a place where like a lot of Twitch watchers congregated. Obviously, there was like a heavy slant on harassing certain villains on the subreddit. Alinity, one of them. Pokimane was another consistent one for years and years. But once Destiny took over the entire subreddit in this forcible takeover, they turned it directly into the Fuck Hasan subreddit. And oftentimes they would, here, this is the DGGer of the year. I don't know why we can't actually watch the video.
Hi, I'm Stale2000, and I'm running for DGGer of the year on December the 3rd. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how all of my opponents are way worse than me using facts, logic, and most importantly, evidence, as in chat logs. Here, Albert FCB is asking people to gift him subs. A real DGGer buys his own subs. In the month of November, Fitz spammed the Miano hype emote over 500 times. They're clearly a weeb. Need I say more? Based on the frequency of messages between BoJack Horseman and Majestic Gopher, who is another candidate in this election, we can see that these two candidates are clearly colluding and are therefore disqualified. From these logs, we can see that Keen is clearly too busy with his girlfriend, as well as worse, his real friends, to be DGGer of the year. Everybody knows that a DGGer's only true friend is Destiny. Other DGG analysts suggest that Majestic Gopher would be the best candidate to win the election because he averages 300 messages a day. But as mentioned previously, he was colluding, and these numbers are clearly fake. Rave Y is unethically supporting NFT projects. A true DGGer should know that the only ethical NFT project is those offered by our lovely sponsors at Eternal.gg, where you can buy and sell Destiny's personal NFTs. The DJ suggests that the jury of the Rittenhouse trial should not talk about the case while it's in recess. But how is the jury supposed to know what to think if they haven't heard Destiny's opinion on the matter? As we all know, Destiny has the food palate of a 10-year-old. And a 10-year-old would love to have mac and cheese at Thanksgiving, but Tony disagrees. Therefore, he's in contradiction with Destiny and does not deserve to win this competition. Here, Yufu complains about running into alt-writers in a video game. A real DGGer would have defeated those alt-writers in the marketplace of ideas and in the video game. Vault violated my boundary of running against me for DGGer of the year. Therefore, he must lose to satisfy my boundary. Virgil suggests that Destiny could be inconsistent on anything. A deserving DGGer would know that Destiny is always consistent on all his positions. Will Kill Forever admits to having a job. No truly dedicated DGGer could work a job and dedicate themselves enough to DGG to be deserving of winning this competition.
You got to sometimes see the ops, you know? Sometimes you got to take a good, hard look at the ops, okay? Lucky for us, some of our ops openly fucking post videos of themselves on the internet. No, this is not satire. This is a person who is in the DGG cult that is actively trying to win this award as the greatest cult member for that year. I forget which year this is. Okay? But the reason why I'm showing you all of this is because this is the guy at the direction and at the behest of Destiny in order to serve his master, his cult leader, took over Livestream Fails and turned it into a smear machine. Okay? For not only myself, but all of Destiny's ops. Now, back in the day, he used to be a fan of mine as well. And even up until 2024, he was in the chat too. He said, nah, I prefer renting. I just want to be able to move wherever I want. I don't want all that money in one asset. Okay? But somewhere along the line, somewhere along this long, convoluted history, he took over Livestream Fails after leaving Twitch and started moderating it in direction of like besmirching, smearing all of Destiny's opponents, deleting comments that called out Destiny for procuring child sexual abuse material, and regularly brigading posts, regularly botting certain posts. Okay? What is this? Look at the YouTube banner. His YouTube banner is him in Austin. That's hilarious. Okay? And he's made some videos, you know, over the years. He's made, this last video that he made is the one that's like going super viral right now. Not on YouTube, but just everywhere else where people are clowning on him. And chat tries to comprehend that these weirdos always have self-deprecating inside jokes that they're proud of, their issues, because it makes them feel different from normies. That's all. Yes. Thank you. You actually literally analyzed it perfectly. A lot of these guys know that they're in a cult or a cult-like formation. They just make jokes such as that one to be like, haha, it's not a real cult because we're aware of it. Okay? A big part of this is also making those self-deprecating jokes about like, oh, we know everything about Destiny. All this shit, right? But the reason why I'm, again, bringing this up is because he took over a very popular subreddit and played a formative role in the collapse of like Twitch as a space where there was a major community that collaborated with one another, greatly fucking heightening the tensions between content creators. Like, we talk about clippers and clip farmers in general on Twitter. LSF was the method. It was the original place where that exact same thing happened, where you would take someone's clip out of context and you would have every single content creator watch it and give their takes on it. And then every single thing that would drive discourse would come from LSF. I don't go to LSF any longer. I don't, frequent LSF any longer because it's just all botted into oblivion and brigaded into oblivion. But they did this, and now Yeet does this on Twitter as well in a similar fashion. But they did this to go after Destiny's enemies and to try and present Destiny in a positive light to the best of their ability, even though he kept, fucking up his, he kept fucking up his own optics by popping off and doing horrible, monstrous things. Also, Stale and Epstein's Discord already confirmed nothing about LSF will change, and all the other mods on the team are also Epstein orbiters, as Stale is the one that hired them. Yeah. A while back, there were a bunch of different people that were actually moderators in the subreddit. Once he took over, he basically kicked out all of the people that voted against him becoming the top moderator of the subreddit, and then he hired a bunch of other moderators to operate the subreddit that were also Destiny's fans. So as far as I understand, the LSF subreddit is not going to change. Okay?
Suggests
we do the same thing with you, bro. There is nothing that even remotely compares to this level of propaganda, specifically at the behest of one singular individual. Nothing at all. There is no comparison. You cannot point to a single subreddit that like my fans have taken over with my direction and use a subreddit specifically to like attack people. There is no equivalent because this is insane. It's so insane that if you were to actually explain to people what is going on here, they still have a hard time understanding it. This is the type of shit that is impossible for even like extremely online people to understand because this is a step beyond that. This is Kiwi farms. It's lol cowing. Okay? For a content creator that actually basically derives most of his content from trying to create oppositional figures and constantly contest them. Something that Ethan Klein does as well to a certain degree, but something that Destiny eats off of forever. This is his primary focus. This is his primary content. If anything, my fucking community is my biggest op. Okay? This video explains the psychology behind this kind of behavior really well.
The exact same thing.
Okay, I'm not going to get into that right now, but what I was trying to explain, okay, what I was trying to explain here is that basically this guy utilized the subreddit livestream fails for his own purpose, for his favorite content creator Destiny's own purpose, and, you know, banned a bunch of people from the subreddit and consistently botted and brigaded certain posts against Destiny's enemies over and over again. In many instances, leaned into like, you know, propaganda that was pro-Israel because Destiny's pro-Israel. Like, I don't even know what this person's like, if this guy has his own, opinion on things outside of what Destiny believes, but like, his primary purpose on LSF was to, you know, whoever was saying like, fuck Hasan, Hasan's a terrorist, he would boost it, right? Jay Stalk, 2024 DGGer of the Year, was head of the Hasan bad propaganda with Dan Stalkman. Even he says all of it was bullshit. Stale was too deep in the cult. Yeah, JSTLK was the previous DGGer of the Year, and now I think he is one of the orbiters who actually turned on Destiny and is actively trying to pull people out of said cult, if I'm not mistaken. I think many of those guys still have like resentment towards me as well, but slowly but surely, some people have awakened from the really toxic way that this cult operates. And have realized that maybe Destiny wasn't the person that he presented himself as. Dan Saltman is the money behind this operation. Jesus, they have alumni? Yes, they do. But in any case, the reason why all of this unfolded and he lost his cherished, coveted position as the top moderator of this live stream fails subreddit. And this is one of the previous moderators of the subreddit, Gisephus, who was ousted from his position when this guy took over. He has also openly stated that the rest of the mod team is still his guys and is openly taunting the Reddit admins. My guess is more mods will be removed. Yeah. The thing is, Reddit knows exactly what's going on. Like Reddit, the actual company, knows LSF is doing this kind of stuff, right? And for the longest time, they haven't actually punished them for brigading, botting, using it as a vehicle for harassment against specific content creators. Part of the reason why they haven't done so is because it drives a lot of traffic, right? It drives a lot of traffic to the website. It keeps people engaged on the website, so they don't really do anything, especially because people don't actually push back too hard on it, right? Because as long as you come after someone like myself and you keep doing that over and over again, you keep doing this like harassment operation over and over again, it's almost like a self-isolated situation. We had a good thing going. We raised $40K for mental health. Yeah. in any case, if there's clicks, then they're happy with it, even though they had a tendency to overlook certain things that he was doing, like, for example, operating a mirror system where he would mirror clips, and then he would actually run ads on the website where he would mirror clips and therefore make money off of the subreddit this way. I think it's a violation of the terms of service. But again, if you're a large enough subreddit, you can do some scams like this without Reddit actually getting too mad. Okay? Have you noticed that every Roach King post is botted? Negative instant downvote and positive upvoted? Yes. This is something that other people that use Reddit frequently have noticed as well. Anywhere around the website, if there is a negative, if there's something that presents Asmongold in a negative light, it instantly gets botted. It bot downvoted. If there's anything that presents him in a positive light, it instantly gets upvoted. The thing is, that's not even Asmongold's doing, though. That's Kick. It's Kick. Kick does that. Kick also heavily upvotes all the LSF posts. It's not an accident that so many random streamers that are associated with Kick or are Kick streamers have been frequently upvoted on on LSF over and over again. Anyway, like I said, it doesn't matter. He does a 21-minute video. There's full details of the scam and his removal that was covered on another subreddit called Subreddit Drama. Popular subreddit livestream fail mods and mythic talent streamers were promoting a shady website and contest, and users were not having it. Then contest website and social media was erased, and the head moderator was removed. Popular streamer Extra Emily, among other streamers from the Mythic Talent Agency, which Asmongold owns, by the way, I'm pretty sure, right? Isn't that talent agency that Asmongold owns? Started promoting a website and contest called $1 Million Fan. He's a part owner of it. $1 Million Fan.show, now gone, but can be seen here, with a $20 million prize pool. Subreddit Livestream Fail head mod created a post promoting and sponsoring the website and contest here. This post was now removed, right? It was locked and removed by the moderator. The user started saying after some quick research that this looked like a scam, and the moderator removed the comments criticizing the contest. Popular YouTube personality Moist Critical made a video about the website and the content itself, calling it feels like a scam. He pointed out this content raised a ton of red flags. The main image was AI generated, said the prize pool is absurdly big with no idea who's hosting the content. Who's hosting the contest, and the sponsors are mostly unknown or downright fake.
Yeah, I'm in a bucket hat.
Shouts out to Charlie. Shouts out to Moist Critical, by the way. Still calling balls and strikes. You know, I'm happy that he's out there doing the damn thing. Sponsors are mostly unknown or downright fake. The concept is fans submitting clips and they get chosen to go to a mansion to participate with their streamer in an IRL contest, and you can also buy entries via the website. Another post is created in the subreddit where the users criticize Extra Emily and the livestream fail moderators. A few hours later, the website and all social media for the contest were removed or closed without any notice. Okay? $1 Million Fan MDF reality show, a show promoted by Livestream Fail along with several creators from Mythic Talent, has seemingly deleted their Discord, closed their Twitter account, and had the LSF mod delete the promotion. This after one of the creators involved, Extra Emily, claimed she had no idea what she was promoting and did zero research on it. Many had asked her whether this was a scam. The rapid deletion of everything feels like there may indeed have been something nefarious going on here. So let's watch the Charlie video on this 3 days ago.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. Now, a buddy of mine just sent me something that I can promise you no one's having fun with except the people that were paid to promote it.
Yeah, there's a new video that he uploaded about the Reddit mod as well, which we will watch as well after we watch the Reddit mod himself.
It is called $1 Million Fan. It is a show which is pitching a $20 million prize pool for what seems to be a load of horseradish. And in case you were wondering, yes, that is an AI mansion on their front page of this contest. At least from everything I can tell, it's an AI-generated mansion. Which immediately should let you know that you're dealing with some high-quality content here. No reason not to trust that. I can't believe anybody would be pitched this and actually think it's legitimate. Like, it takes 3 seconds of looking on their website to smell the poop. It is unbelievably foul. Like, there is no world where this happens. To put in perspective that prize number, $20 million, that is significantly more than Mr. Beast's Amazon show and would make it by far the highest grand prize pool in any kind of like reality game show history, pretty much. All for what I believe to be terrible concept for a show as well, about streamers' fans submitting clips and then I guess going to a mansion or something. I'm still a little confused because the information they offer is just fucking nonsensical. Like, I feel like I have to be on Fint to even begin to process the words that I'm reading and what is supposed to be a contest. So I want to go through this. I want to really get into the weeds here because this is mind-bogglingly stupid. This is a special kind of scam that I just can't even picture someone falling for. Yet, some streamers have publicly promoted it. I'm assuming they were paid to do so by their talent agency, who was approached by whoever's behind the $1 Million Fan Show to do this. So I imagine some people buy into it, which I can't wrap my noodle around that. This is like the Fire Festival of streamer shows, but even more outrageously fucking dumb. They have a streamers section here, and I'm guessing they were all paid to endorse this, and I know in Extra Emily's case, she just had a statement on her stream after her community was letting her know that they believe she had just promoted a scam to them with hawking $1 Million Fan Club. So we'll go over her statement here towards the end of the video. Checking in on the About Us section offers more questions than answers. It's so fucking useless here. You get about as much lore here as you do for the old Urgot League of Legends write-up, where it basically just said Urgot has a dark and mysterious past. So $1 Million Fan is a high-stakes reality television competition built around one simple idea: the fans deserve a seat at the table. Created at the intersection of modern creator culture and large-scale unscripted entertainment, $1 Million Fan brings everyday fans face-to-face with the creators they support, competing together in real-world challenges for life-changing prizes. This is not a meet and greet, and it's not passive fandom. It's participation, pressure, and performance. This feels like it's an AI-generated About Us section. Each season pairs selected fans with major online creators in a fully produced, on-location competition environment. Contestants are tested physically, mentally, and strategically across a series of escalating challenges designed to reward adaptability, teamwork, and resilience. The result is a show that feels authentic, unpredictable, and genuinely earned. $1 Million Fan is produced with the same standards as top-tier television professional crews, rigorous safety protocols, transparent rules, and a clear separation between entertainment and fair competition. No purchase is required to apply or enter. Fan participation pathways are designed to be accessible, compliant, and audience-first. At its core, $1 Million Fan exists to redefine the relationship between creators and their communities. Fans are no longer just viewers, they are competitors. Creators are no longer just personalities, they are teammates. Every moment is rooted in real stakes, real people, and real outcomes. This is reality television built for the internet generation, bigger, bolder, and centered on the people who made creator culture possible in the first place. So who the fuck are you, by the way? This is the About Us section, but you've only told us, like, I guess the elevator pitch on the show. Who is putting this on?
How do people fall for this? I mean, if the talent agency is giving money to content creators and they don't give a shit. I decided to be more vocal about free pass on IRL, and my local convenience store owner gave me a big hug and cried today. Thanks for advocacy and help me wake the fuck up. Thank you. You're welcome, chatter. I'm proud of you. The site domains were bought a few months ago and only indexed by archivers the day after it launched. They only bought the domain for a year. All of them were registered outside the US, likely EU. Yeah, it's fine. I have a typo on my Twitch. I can't fucking edit it, unfortunately.
$20 million coming from? Who is the professional television crew here working on this? Like, this is not providing any actual information about the team behind Million Dollar Fan. That should immediately raise some red flags that they're not front-facing with who is even putting this on in the first place or where this prize purse is coming from. Their About Us section is fundamentally just like a high schooler that's cramming for a summer reading book report where they're trying to meet the word count. This should immediately be raising red flags and have you ask.
I'm going to be fair and balanced and say something controversial. In the era where so many of the tricksters and con men engage in NFT scams and shit coins, I like a good deal. I like to see an old-fashioned one, you know? Even if it's being conducted entirely by all of the most repulsive figures online who fucking despise me, I just gotta say, fair is fair. I've said time and time again, I love old-fashioned scams. Okay, and this is a more old-fashioned scam. You know, this grimy Reddit moderator loser is doing scams the old-fashioned way. Okay, good old hustle. Good old hustle, baby. Yeah, this 97-year-old grifter still runs scams the old-fashioned way, and I fucking love that.
Asking some questions like, why are they not being more forward with who is behind this? Is it the fucking Rockefellers? Like, whose identity are they protecting? The Elusive Man or something from Mass Effect? Like, where is this coming from? Who is putting this on and who is putting this together? This About Us section is nothing but meaningless fluff gobbledygook that doesn't actually answer anything or provide any real valuable information about this production and who's responsible for it. And then when you go further to their partners section, they have like a couple of brands listed here. Their 3 listed affiliates are Malwarebytes, Hide Me, and then that mystery affiliate in the middle there is StubHub. Have to click on it to find that information out. I was a little nervous that I was about to have my fucking identity stolen or something, clicking on a random image from a sketchy website that links me to something outside of it. And their Proud Partners section actually had me laugh out loud, audibly giggling, not just blowing air out of my nose. I literally laughed a hearty ho 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 like Santa Claus when I saw Livestream Fail is listed as a proud partner of Million Dollar Fan. And so I went to the Livestream Fail, and they actually even had a big post announcing this to try and get people to sign up for it. So I guess they're like an official partner of Million Dollar Fan.
Do you guys want to know another fucking insane thing about this Reddit moderator, by the way? A while back when Destiny got into legal trouble for, filming people that he was having sex with without their consent and filming people that he was having sex with their consent. And then that whole ordeal took place. And then some of the victims sued Destiny. And in the process of that court case, they found out that Destiny had actually procured child sexual abuse material from an underage girl. When all that stuff was happening and everyone was obviously clowning on him for they're calling him a pedophile, calling him a sex pest and stuff like that. This moderator that we were talking about, Stale, right? That moderator realized that it was very difficult for Destiny to find allies on the internet. Okay? And what's so crazy about this is he was so high on the amount of influence that he felt like he commanded because he was the top moderator of Livestream Fails, okay, that he actually tried to find within Destiny's community other content creators that he could hype up by utilizing LSF. Okay? Straight up. He was like, I want to find someone in Destiny's community to make famous with Livestream Fails as a mechanism to like promote them. So the person that they went after, the person that he found was some other random content creator. Okay. I forget what they're called. I think, no, it wasn't Lonerbox. Lonerbox didn't work. Hutch didn't work. They tried to like promote Hutch a lot. They tried to promote Lonerbox a lot and it didn't fucking work. And I think the name was what? Food Shops. There was this content creator that was in DGG, Destiny's Cult, named Food Shops. Okay. And his theory was that if he promotes people that aren't like directly related to Destiny, that he could have more allies. Here it is. I mean, there's a full 11-minute video on this.
Okay. Even better. So the short story.
Everyone go make clips or whatever and post them on LSF. The top mod of that subreddit really wants it for some reason. I don't know. Post a clip a day and I'll play it on stream if it's interesting. I don't know. This guy really wants it, but post it on the hashtag clips and it would be chill. Also, it would piss off Hasan and other streamers. Okay? And the reason why they wanted to present this person as like a new content creator was twofold. One, because they wanted to see if they could just like make another popular content creator just off of this subreddit alone, right? And the other reason was because Destiny was running out of orbiters and running out of like content creators that have at least their own organic audiences, because they were all literally attacking him because he fucked all of his orbiters and then fucked them over and, you know, and fucked his orbiters' girlfriends, you know what I mean? Like, he was just a horrible monster, right? To so many of these other people inside of this fucking literal cult, that some of the members of said cult were like, okay, this is a bridge too far, right? How you got haters you don't know about? Oh, dude, come on. I have so many fucking haters that I don't know about. So that was the reason, because he was like, there's too much stink associated with Destiny. We need new people to defend him, okay? We need new people to defend him, so we'll just find someone within the community, prop them up, present them as like new content creators that are not like directly associated with Destiny to defend Destiny on LSF. 117 is when he starts talking about it.
So the short story is, I am looking to see if it's possible to like artificially create like a drama champion. And I want to use
No, come on. What? Why? What's up?
The short story is like, do you have like clip style content? What I want to do is I want to see if it's possible to like take a streamer and post like a clip a day of like some drama related content to Livestream Fail, and I want to see like what that does. You know, Livestream Fail gets millions of views every day, even for like the small clips. And I don't know, because you were like blowing up in DGG, and so I thought like, okay, the audience would kind of like you, and it's like cool content that's tangential to Destiny, but not Destiny. Basically, I'm trying to diversify the content in Livestream.
Did I even remotely exaggerate this, by the way? My summarization is almost verbatim. I mean, I'm paraphrasing what he was saying, but like, that guy that we were just looking at, the subreddit owner here, okay? That's the one who's talking to, these are both people in Destiny's cult, and they're talking to one another. You left out details. She is an admitted pedophile. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's also that as well. Apparently, this person got outed as a pedophile. Yeah. So the guy that, like the person that the subreddit owner was trying to highlight as, in his words, not mine, drama champion, turns out that they were a pedophile, which is, you know, I guess it is what it is. So it didn't really work. It didn't really work. It didn't work at all. Not outed, they admitted it. Okay. She self-admitted. Well, it turns out there are ops that I don't even know exist out there, but one thing is a guarantee: they are going to be sex criminals in some variety, some way, shape, or form. This is like the primary driving force behind almost all of my ops. You know, if you exist for a long enough timeline and you're an op of mine, you end up getting into trouble in this way somehow. I don't know why. But in any case, like I said, this is like his theory. He's trying to create like a drama champion in his own words.
Tangential to Destiny, but not Destiny. Basically, I'm trying to diversify the content in live stream.
I don't get what you're proposing. Are you saying like?
Do you have clip style content? I'm proposing your audience makes 30-second clips and posts one clip a day to live stream.
No,
you don't want to.
Is there content like that of me out there? I mean, I guess like whenever I make fucking weird sounds into the microphone, they clip that. But like outside of that, there is.
Anyway, so that also didn't work. But the reason why I showed you that is not only because it's like another perfect point of evidence that shows you how this guy operates, right? This guy's stale. How he operates and how he's using the subreddit for like a very specific purpose, to you know, help Destiny out in whichever ways he can. But the other reason why I showed you this is because it kind of gives you an understanding of what his mentality is, like the God complex that he developed off of like a crumb of influence that he was wielding, I guess. So it was only a matter of time until he got into trouble such as this. So here he is talking about the influence that he wields in Destiny's community, DGG. I don't want to be an influencer. I want to have influence. There's a difference. ... Talking like he's fucking Orochimaru or something in a online group chat that is centered around a cult around one individual content creator who was, you know, been outed for sex crimes. I don't want to be an influencer. Influencers are clowns that dance to their audiences. Instead, I want to have influence. There's a big difference. Bro, I worked at Twitch for 4 years. People there obsess over the subreddit. I have been meeting with executives about LSF. Yes, LSF matters. And yes, people in charge look at it. That's the influence I am talking about. Okay? Like, when we make jokes about like Reddit moderators and how fucking insane like the loser mentality is that moderators have sometimes, like this is a person who is living it, okay? In a community that is comprised entirely of people that actually farm karma almost professionally, even though they make no money off of it. This is a very real thing in an unfortunate dark corner of the fucking internet, okay? I like Orochimaru. Why did he compare this incel to him? Yeah, LSF mods are getting paid to promote posts and nobody talks about it. I mean, I don't know if they're also getting paid on top of that, but this has been going on for quite a while is what I'm saying. It was always an influence peddling operation. But obviously he got so full of himself that he took a shot in the dark to make some real money, and it very quickly imploded.
And I was reading the comments from like one of the mods there that was talking about it, and it seems like he's completely fucking clueless on what's even going on in regards to this whole thing. So I don't exactly understand their role in this, or like who's pulling the strings there. The puppet master at LSF that's partnering with $1 Million Fan, but the mods don't even seem to be on the same page there and don't have any real answers. Then going to IRL buffs is like going to a barren wasteland. This whole website is completely empty. It's like Squidward going to that room to be all alone. This feels like it's a prototype that was thrown together in like a handful of minutes just for the sole sake of existing on the $1 Million Show site. I'm pretty sure that's an AI-generated image there as well for their products like
Yeah, every thread on LSF has an auto-stickied post, okay? Stable Ronaldo reacts to Hasan's disappointment in him collabing with Aiden Ross. Dan can't stream. Wonder what Hasan actually likes about HasanAbi. Streamer gets threatened. Some real live stream fails. A lot of kick clips as well. Excuse me, mistakenly confuses Jewish people with the Amish. Asmongold reacts to the Democratic Senator Fetterman defending ICE. Some I show speed clips. Oh, wow. This is a lot more diverse. A lot more diverse than the last time I went on here, okay? But when you go to the actual fucking, when you go to the actual clip itself, the post itself, We don't get paid. LSF the virtue signal. What the fuck? I love you, question mark. Okay. But there is a mirror. And when you click on the mirror, it goes to a different website. And from what I understand, there's ad revenue on this website, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. This is one of the leftover DGGer mods. Ban him. I'm not going to ban him. I don't give a shit if he's in here in the chat or not. LSF the virtue signal. In any case, didn't they used to post only direct clips, links from Twitch on that subreddit before straight up posting videos that could be edited? Yes. So throughout time, they changed a bunch of the fucking rules in the subreddit. First, it was like no politics. Then they were like, okay, yes, politics. Then they banned me. I made a plea to the mods to be like, ban me, please. I'm brigading openly today, so you ban me. Did they ban me? And then obviously a lot of their fucking activity went down, so they unbanned me so they could continue the harassment. And basically, to this day, they've never stopped. And ultimately, they changed the they changed the rules over and over again. Now you can post edited clips on there, which is why there's so many edited clips. If you recall a while ago, I was talking about the Zoran Mamdani election night because I was confused as to why so many people were coming in here and being like, oh, Zoran owned you, like he hates you, right? And I was like, the fuck are these people talking about? It turns out they edited a clip on LSF and then they bass boosted it to make it seem like I was actually, not invited to the Zoran election victory campaign party. I have a 6-hour stream where I was at the election victory campaign party, and yet everyone that only went to this fucking subreddit got a totally alternative version of events. So there are a lot of people that actually sit there and just look at this kind of stuff and don't do anything else about it. Yeah, Hutch believes he caught Hasan using a shock collar once again. Hutch is like, what, a 300 viewer content creator? 16,000 views. Okay? There was one Asmongold in here. Misgive asked Nico for a gambling collab. Extra Emily. XQC promotes. Young Fika stops someone from starting a fire on stream. Hasan says America's far worse than the Iranian government despite the estimates of over 12,000. Like, see, it's stuff like this. It's always stuff like this. Right? Dan from Anything Else podcast calls out Extra Emily. You don't get to play dumb. Asmongold finds out how many times Kaya gets to move in a Hasan Piker broadcast. Iranian chatter calls out Hasan Piker for dehumanizing the people of Iran. Hasan proceeds to explain he's the one trying to offer freedom for the Iranian population. Look at this. Anyway, so it's obsessed. It's obsessive. It's fucking crazy. But it is by design, right? Those are all the top posts of just this week. Just this week. So I stopped looking at LSF a while ago, and I think many other streamers also have stopped looking at LSF because of this reason, because it became like a normie repellent trash fire, right? But there are still people who basically use it as an entry point into getting into Reddit r/all, okay? And that's what they still use it as. So these communities, they're not very big, but they are very active, right? They're very passionate and they're very active. But because they're not very big, they have to lean into much larger platforms. So one of the easiest ways to do that is through Reddit, which is endlessly brigadable and very easy to like dominate a conversation around. And a lot of slop tubers actually rely on Reddit. They basically plagiarize Reddit talking points in general for many of their videos. So all the drama tubers, they look at LSF quite a bit. And that's why it ends up forming whatever kind of content they're going to make. But basically, this is what it is. This is how LSF has operated for like the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, top posts. this past year, number 1, number 3, number 7, number 13, number 18, number 19, number 20 are all Kaya posts. Number 9 is the fake Zoran party post. I mean, how can you look at this as anything but like a straight up harassment operation? Okay, because if you look at you know, how I am, how people reflect on what I'm doing, right? 82,000 upvotes. If you look at like Hasan knows shot dog Ramon on stream, one Jack Doherty clip, Kaya's positioning throughout the entire day. Hasan takes a picture with Kaya with a fan on the streets in Ireland. Another edited video, by the way. They could have easily just posted a video from my stream, but they posted the video that's edited. Okay, Hasan gets denied VIP seating in Zoran Mamdani election stream. There's literally a time on it. Like there's a time code on it. And the time code on it specifically shows that they edited it. They chopped this video up in a way to make it seem like, you know, I was denied entry or some shit to the Zoran Mamdani party. A party that I went to, like a party that I was at for fucking 4 hours. So Amarant's husband, Nick, dresses up as Hasan's dog, Kaya, at TwitchCon. You need to put a time code on your face so they can't manipulate it. Brother, you just saw a video that is manipulated with the time code on screen. It doesn't matter. So the point is, I don't want to accidentally step on you, especially while I'm talking about this. The point is, like, they've been doing this for years and years and years and years, right? And it has never really stopped. It hasn't really had the impact that they wanted, right? I haven't killed myself. I haven't quit what I'm doing. My audience has not diminished at all, right? But they still keep at it because for them, it's like one day it might work. For them, or even the mere recognition that this stuff is something that I'm aware of is enough. Because at the end of the day, this is the guy running the operation, okay? And this is his attitude. I don't want to be an influencer. I want to have influence. There's a difference. For a lot of people that go on Twitch, the medium here is very different than any other form of entertainment because there's back and forth feedback. You can directly change the content that you're watching by communicating with the content creator that is delivering the entertainment. This is very new. This is very different. So there is a parasocial element associated with it, right? And what is the best possible way that you can directly influence the life of the content creator that you're watching? Maybe hating, right? A content creator that you absolutely fucking despise. Me. By trying to ruin their life. You banned me like 5 years ago. I was being uncharitable, and LSF turned it into a clip that got like 150K views. Nerds on Reddit messaged me for like a week over it, all over a misunderstanding. Yeah. This is a outrage manufacturing machine. And the reality is, like, a lot of those clips that actually go viral, because Stale is right, they do actually, the subreddit does have the capacity to influence Twitch decisions. Right? LSF is the reason why I got banned for cracker, for saying cracker. Because they fucking uploaded a bunch of clips over and over again to be like, this guy is the biggest racist of all time, all this stuff. And Twitch responded to that pressure. Didn't even think about how fucking stupid that might look to other adults in the real world. Right? I got banned for 7 days for anti-white racism. And that was because of LSF, Hummus tier list, all these other, like, all these people that have been banned because they put it on public freakout and the comments were wildly different, being like, what C word? That one? Lol, exactly. So in this like hyper isolated, insulated environment, right? They do have the capacity to change, you know, people's lives for at least a little bit, right? When Asman said that shit about CCOD, he did not get a single LSF post, not a word about it. Yeah. So that's part of the reason. Yeah, the Rick Scott clip also was on LSF as well. I used to think you were a Radlib bimbo before I started watching you, after which I realized you have great commentary, a lot of false framing out there. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it's for. For many people, they don't have the fucking time to actually, browse through what people's commentary looks like. So they just lean into like whatever the crowd is saying. And if you can manipulate what the crowd is saying and thinking by brigading a subreddit like LSF, and then have a bunch of other YouTubers that like lean into whatever is going on said subreddit, then a lot of people's takeaway is going to be, oh yeah, this guy is a radlib, or this guy's reactionary, this guy's this guy's that. It's really funny because if you get involved in controversy, people hate for a minute, then it comes out half of them are just joking, 1/3 became fans, 1/3 never really cared, and 1/3 just wanted some drama, and then like 2 people become haters law, but more people become fans or just don't really care about than anything. Yeah. I mean, even Kayagate, that one is the most like resilient one, right? They keep trying to farm that over and over again. And at this point, the only people who are still grabbing onto that desperately are people who are either pro-Israel, pro-pedophilia, or pro-Donald Trump. That's pretty much it.
Tilt and aimbot. Like, this whole thing is extremely sketchy to me. There's like no actual information on this website at all. It is just trash. And then their third listed partner, the VGS Robot Wars or whatever, that doesn't go anywhere. You can click the image, but nothing happens. So when it says coming soon, it literally means coming soon. One of their partners, they're still imagineering right now. They have the concept of a partner, but it doesn't actually exist. It's this whole thing. I truly don't know how anyone could be pitched this and just say like, oh yeah, I'll put my name on that. Now I ended up making an account, Gilman Tookus. I used 10-minute mail. I set up my account. And it seems like there's a lot of monetization here. So you can buy some emote packs, up to $5.50 worth of creator emote packs, which give you 10 entries into the competition. But they do explicitly make clear numerous times, no purchase is necessary to enter, but kind of nudging you a little bit to maybe make a couple purchases. But you can't legally require a payment. You can't legally require someone to buy something in order to enter into some shit like this. So that's there to cover their own ass in the eyes of the law, but they do very much try and incentivize you to spend money here for the $1 Million Fan Show. Going to their official rules, I thought for a brief moment I was going to learn more about the sponsor here, but it's talked so vaguely that it sounds like a Destiny 2 raid boss. The sponsor, $1 Million Fan Reality Show, Inc., referred to herein as $1 Million Fan, or the sponsor, is a Canadian for-profit corporation operating as a technology and media company that organizes and promotes sweepstakes events. The sponsor operates sweepstakes and skill-based contest experiences and separately
All right, so is this whole thing just a scam?
Who kind of just protect.
Like, he just talks about how this is a scam. Charlie unlocked the new armor slot. Nice bucket hat. How has Emily not lost all of her wealth to a phishing scam yet? He says he's in the bucket hat before I even processed it. So it's a scam, right? We know that already. We know that by the way that they tried to. They tried to defend it, right? Cover their tracks. So a few hours later, website and all social media content, or social media for the contest were removed or closed without any notice. X.com, MDF reality show, Instagram page, TikTok page, YouTube page, all of that. Moist Critical has made a follow-up video calling it a scam all along, saying the streamers were probably under the impression that this was Amazon backed, but it turns out maybe it wasn't. Today, the head moderator of LSF was removed by the admins from the subreddit moderation team. Okay. Highlights of comments from the first thread: 20 million grand prize and using AI stock mansion. Shaking my head. Remove comments. How much is the mod team being paid for this collaboration? Hiding comments, calling this out for what it is. What? XQC? Why are you adding XQC? Why are you adding XQC in my chat, calling him pathetic for not being a speedrunning champion? It's the wrong chat, chatter. Anyway, This has to be a joke, right? So the sponsors just affiliate links with some supplements, a PC shop, and a subreddit. Where the fuck is the 20 million coming from again? Like, these are all the comments that were deleted, right? Did some digging on this and found a few things that seem worth noting. Legal documents appear to be copied from Omaze, the celebrity sweepstakes company that faced lawsuits and paused U.S. operations in 2023. It's 100% a scam. All of this was deleted. Yeah, XQC L Speedrunner, if he's watching right now. If you're watching and live reacting. So now we will watch. Oh yeah, here are the updates for the record. So, you know, all these people are calling out that it's a fucking scam, and of course the moderators are deleting it. Another thing that the moderators love deleting is whenever you call Destiny a pedophile, or if you say anything negative about Destiny, they love deleting those comments too, for the record. Many of the people in this community have probably been banned at one point or another for being like, hey, isn't this guy a pedophile? Or, hey, didn't this guy procure CSAM? Yeah, I'm permabanned from Illicit for talking about these sex crimes, because the entire subreddit moderation team, under the guidance of this person that we're about to watch, okay, this person that is close friends and associates with Dan Saltman, Destiny's money machine, basically, a 60-year-old loser who owns redact.dev. I think one of the last remaining sponsors of the Ethan Klein podcast, H3H3 podcast, okay? Stale 2000, alt username Tarot_card, has previously won streamer Destiny's DGGer of the Year award. He's close friends with both Destiny and Dan Saltman, coordinating to use the subreddit to push clips attacking enemies like Hasan Piker while promoting Destiny. Anyone who talks about this issue without bringing this aspect up most likely doesn't know it, right? They most likely are unaware of it. But now you're aware of it, okay? So without further ado, let's take a look at how he defended himself in this clip. A message to the Reddit CEO, Spez, from r/livestreams moderators, former top mod.
Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit, I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. If not, I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform. But first, some background. I'm Brian, or Stale2000, or Tarot Card. I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was recently removed from that position by the Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously, least of all its moderators or the company. In this video, I will go over why I believe this, and I will also talk about a code of conduct moderation action that was taken against me due to good faith mistakes that I believe were caused by a clear lack of direct material support that the company gives its moderators. I will end the video by talking about what you, Spez, can do to fix this problem, as well as what I and other communities can do in case Reddit does not solve this very serious mismanagement problem regarding the lack of support that is given to moderators. First, I will go over the code of conduct action and why I was removed as the top moderator of r/livestreamfail. This sounds like stupid internet drama, I know, but I'm going to talk about how this is a very clear example about how Reddit's mistakes causes very serious problems to Reddit's community and the company as a whole.
I don't know why he just doesn't shave his head. I can't stop. I know this is not the main point, but like, brother, you're not fooling anybody. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just shave it? It's fine. Let it go. Dude, I could change this motherfucker's life, okay? Shave the head, grow the beard. I'll put you on a fucking diet plan. I'll put you on a fitness plan. I swear to God, you will never make a 20-minute video like this ever again. Like, how do you live like this? I don't understand. And it's not even the hair anymore. I'm just talking in general. Like, how do you get to a point in your life where you were working at Twitch and then you became a fucking prominent member of an online sex cult and then decided to become the top moderator of a very popular subreddit fucking ruin it because, you know, you wanted to make your cult leader feel better about himself by attacking his fucking primary enemies, including, you know, myself, over and over and over again, fail spectacularly throughout the entire process, and then get so big for your own britches that you decide, oh, I can pull a fucking fast one and I can make some money on the side too. I mean, this is my shit. Lose your fucking moderator position, and instead of going, you know what? I have to change everything that led me to this place in my life. Instead of doing that, you fucking doubled down and made the least self-aware video that anyone has ever made. Oh my God, every skill check in your life leading up to this moment, you fucking failed. Like, really? You couldn't roll a nat 20 once? One time. I want to help him, man. I really do. I want to help you, brother. I want to help you. I know you feel like you've been a thorn in my side, but I do actually feel kind of bad. Yes, this guy can be a 7-2. Anyone can. I just don't get it.
What happened? There was an announcement related to a live stream related game show called $1 Million Fan. It was basically a game show like Survivor or Big Brother where fans of a streamer compete in different challenges with an influencer or a streamer for various
He was on top. I feel for him. The top mod put respect on it. He was on top. He made it to fucking the peak of Mount Everest, dude. He was commanding legions. He had influence. He didn't want to be an influencer. He wanted to influence the influencers. And he did, a puppet master. But then everything was taken from me. Everything was taken from me. Ah!
prizes. The kicker here is that there was a grand prize of $20 million, supposedly. This was supposedly going to be aired on Amazon Prime, and it was also confirmed to be including a couple of mid-sized and large streamers like Alexandra and Andrea Botez, Extra Emily, Canute, and a few others. Additionally,
Hasan is an 8.5 in most places, but a 9 in some. And by that, I mean the gay community. Thank you, chatter. I don't know what the fuck this even means, but thank you, I guess.
the opportunity was supposedly brought to these streamers by a company called Mythic Talent, which is a well-respected streamer agency that represents hundreds of live streamers. I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for a live stream fail. I mean, reality TV, game show, live streaming, gaming, that's perfect for LSF, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers.
Fun, perfect content about live streaming and gamers. Bro, touching grass, you have to inhale grass for the next week after this one. You need a shower after watching this.
So when I heard about this, I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration.
I like that you can see his forehead from the motion smoothing filter that he put on himself, but like it still seeps through it, you know what I mean?
Immediately reached out to the organizers.
Why did he do this? Like, why? Like, these two things don't make sense, right? If you're going to go with that haircut, you can't also be aware of your looks to a certain degree that you were like using the fucking skin smoothing filter, right? Like you're fucking me up, dude. I just don't even understand. Like, what is it? Do you care about the way you look and the way you're presenting yourself, or do you not care about the way you look and the way you present yourself? I just don't understand. Throw me in for a loop. Is that the word? I don't even know. I've lost the capacity to speak the English language after watching this video.
Moderators being paid. Basically none of anything like that. Just fun, cool stuff for.
He's baby maxing. He's Goo Goo Gaga filled. Pilled. This is the respected agency is talking about. OTK Streamers, Asmongold tips out co-founder new management firm Mythic Talent. Yeah, Asmongold is a co-owner of Mythic Talent, by the way.
Community in the subreddit. For collaborations, the first obvious thing that came to mind was how do we get their content on the subreddit? Either some superfans or some editors could clip some cool hype moment from the show and then post it to the subreddit. But I also had a stretch goal, and that was, what if LSF could be part of the show in some way? I don't know, there could be like a LSF-themed best clip contest. Like contestants compete in one of the kind of small challenges, they make the best clip, and then somebody kind of wins a prize at the end. It was a stretch goal though. So I reached out to the organizers, and to my surprise, they immediately understood what LSF was, what power it had, and they even agreed to the stretch goal of like the cool competition to have in the actual show. From my perspective, this felt like one of the coolest things that a subreddit has ever done. I mean, being in a freaking reality TV show in a topic that's directly related.
They're calling him the least self-aware man. Not even in America, but like this is the equivalence of the guy who's like, I'm a 37-year-old who looks like a 17-year-old model. Like this is the Reddit version of that TikToker. You know what I'm talking about? You missed the filter glitching? Shut the okay, stop. You know what I'm talking about? You must have seen this dude I'm talking about. You need to see this dude I'm talking about, okay? Someone link it to me, please. I refuse to believe this is not satire. This is Tim Heidecker 2.0. No, this is like this. Chatter, I just gave you literally like the background for this reason because I knew that this was going to come across as insane. Okay. See, there you go. 1 week after the HasanAbi diet program. Yeah, this guy. I'm 35, but looks like 17.
6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's Low Kirk. That's him. Like, where the fuck did the video go? I lost it. I have so many goddamn tabs open. Okay. But yeah, there's a reason why I gave you all this background so you understand that like he is absolutely not joking. Like
to the
this
subreddit, how awesome. And then, you know, maybe I could leverage this to get even more opportunities either for our subreddit or for other subreddits across the entire platform. That's how I felt, at least.
He's like, I wasn't doing this just for me. I was doing this for all moderators out there. You gave me the sword and I was using it with honor.
And that's clearly not how it worked out. After they agreed to kind of a couple of these kind of requests that I had in my stretch goal, they immediately started moving very quickly. We wrote up an announcement and they wanted this out within like 24 hours. So we quickly worked to make an announcement together and I posted it the next day. When I posted it, everybody in the comment section immediately yelled, scam, 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 scam. This initially didn't actually worry me because no matter what we do, people call it a scam. I mean, I've done AMAs with the Twitch CEO. People called that a scam. And I was also thinking like multiple major live streamers were involved. Mythic Talent was involved. Surely they had done their due diligence, right? Additionally, the thing that people were the most skeptical about was the $20 million grand prize. This initially confused me as well. But once I heard that, Amazon Prime was allegedly involved, my initial concerns were assuaded. I mean, think about it. Amazon Prime has spent lots of money on tons of shows. And, I didn't necessarily think that the show was worth $20 million, but, that doesn't mean that Amazon Prime wouldn't fund it. And, if LSF was involved, maybe it would actually succeed. Maybe my involvement alone could make the $20 million kind of investment worth it. Who knows? At least that's what I thought. Now here comes the next part of the story, when things get a little crazy. The next day, a major live streamer who was involved in the show, Extra Emily, said on her stream that she kind of saw all of these comments about people calling it a scam, and they even saw that LSF was involved, and this was apparently unacceptable to her, so much so that she was considering kind of dropping out of the show or kind of looking in to see.
My theory is that Reddit doesn't actually care about the scam. Shit like that gets promoted every day. They just wanted to get rid of a dude that's responsible for turning a major subreddit into a fucking brigading machine that's liable to lawsuits. Maybe this might have been what like pushed them over the edge, but the rest of his moderation team is still his guys. So it's not like the LSF subreddit is going to change its attitude. They might even make it seem like they have a variety of different content for a little bit, but like when the time comes, they'll still keep pushing it in the same exact way that they were. Because I need you to understand something, okay? A guy who is this crazy doesn't just fucking magically go away, and this kind of craziness doesn't happen overnight. This is like a byproduct of being in a fucking sex cult for an extended period of time, okay? So all of the other little loyal soldiers that he has at his disposal that are still operating the subreddit are also just as fucking insane. Like, there's no shot. There's no shot that these guys are going to go, all right, you know what? We're going to turn LSF back into what it was. We're just going to have like a diversity of different content. It's not going to be a fucking hate farm for whoever our favorite content creator Destiny's enemies are. It's not. There's no shot that it will stay the old LSF, even if it turned into like the old LSF for like 1 week. They are already banning any posts about the stale video. Nothing is changing. What? This is a totally separate fucking... Oh. Oh, thank you. They're doing a cleanup job for the old mod, even though they said that they were gonna, you know, take a new direction here. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Seeing if kind of the whole thing was a scam or not. After seeing this, I brought the concerns to the organizers, and the organizers told me that they were currently in talks with the agents to resolve this. And they told me in no uncertain terms that the show was not canceled and was still going on. So me being somebody who didn't really have a lot of, you know, information into the situation, and me, you know, trusting these high-powered agents who represent these multi-million-dollar kind of celebrities, I trusted that they would kind of get to the bottom of this and kind of resolve these concerns quickly. During this time period, I saw and deleted a lot of unsubstantiated claims about the show and the mod team. There were accusations that I knew to be untrue, such that, you know, the mod team had accepted bribes or, you know, had some sort of financial involvement with the show. And I knew that they were not true because I was the one who had this idea the entire time, you know, from start to finish. This happened a couple days. And what I can tell you, for those who, you know, may not believe that for most moderators, I'm a highly paid software engineer working in San Francisco. I do not need to take a couple $1,000 bribes from, you know, random internet scams. Okay. I was doing this because I legitimately, you know, care about the subreddit, and that's why I spend my time on it. I thought it'd be kind of cool events for the sub. I'm talking about this and kind of the deleted comments because this is apparently some...
Bro, that is fucking... That makes it more... I don't even know if I believe that. That is the most unbelievable thing he said. This motherfucker has a fucking job in this economy? God damn. It's the most jobless... How do you have a job and just still have the most jobless thing that you're doing on the internet? How is that even possible? Mate Feed Art, thank you for the 100. Double 100 train, send it. Oh shit, double 100 train, thank you.
Big no-no in the Reddit TOS or something, or maybe it's like an unspoken rule where if you're involved in some sort of promotion and it ends up not working out or it ends up being a scam or something, you know, if you have deleted comments that have accused it of being a scam, well, that, you know, shows a cover up or some way. It shows malice. Or
it does. What do you mean? Of course it shows malice. And it's not, this is not the only thing he's done this for. He's been doing this for years over Destiny. He's been doing this for fucking years. Anytime you say anything about Destiny that's like negative, if you talk about his like active court case, he would fucking yeet you into existence. remember, this is r/live stream fail. Okay. Obviously, we don't place a lot of fucking, we don't place a lot of emphasis or importance on random subreddits, but it's not r/destiny. You know what I mean? It's not like to the average onlooker, they just think it's just a live stream fail subreddit. Yeeted out of existence. Yes. Sorry. Normal people go there and they don't think that the most online person, the weirdest person on the planet, is operating it for his own like personal sex cult. This is low-key kind of like Falun Gong. You know what I mean? When you watch Shen Yun and you're like, oh, how wonderful, 5,000 years of China. And then slowly but surely you find out, oh my God, it is literally a front for a psychotic cult that has a compound in like upstate New York. This is kind of like that, where you're just scratch the surface a little bit because of some utterly irrelevant, like ridiculous low-level scam that this guy tried to pull off. And then you look at it a little bit more and you're like, what the fuck was this? What is happening here? What have they been doing? Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter because it is, at the end of the day, it is like a low-level scheme to try and fail to disparage the reputation, tarnish the reputation of like, your favorite content creators, like biggest op or something. Like, who gives a shit, right? The reason why I get annoyed with it is because it has like political implications. As I've said over and over again, a lot of random people tune into this fucking subreddit. And if the only thing they're seeing is fuck Hasan and you're a normie, you eventually go, who's another content creator out there that's doing politics? And they arrive at Asmongold. And they slowly but surely become Asmongold pilled and become right-wing fucking demons on the internet. This is precisely what I was talking about for the past couple of years when these dumb fucks were actively coming after me, basically creating a void, creating a market for someone who was like, well, everyone hates this guy. He must be bad. Let me go look for someone else. Okay, well, that someone else is Asmongold. Especially because he was filling the need as a top political content creator. You create the market demand for fuck Hasan content, and he was fulfilling that market demand. And because I'm fucking left-wing, of course, the person who is going to fulfill that market demand is going to be a right-winger. What the fuck did you expect? This is part of the reason why Asmongold blew up. Not only because he's obviously a rapacious grifter who has no interest in real politics or policy at all, which gives him almost a superpower, but, also because he was my primary op on Twitch. They kept saying, why is nobody opposing Hasan? And Asmongold was right there opposing me every day. Well, there you have it. You got your guy that's opposing Hasan. Have fun. That's not the first right-wing shithead that you have actually promoted and created, by the way. Nick Fuentes is another one. Remember, Destiny has collaborated with Sam Hyde, collaborated with Nick Fuentes, all these other fucking people, because he's one-directional. He doesn't care about the impact of his commentary. He just only wants to disparage his enemies that he feels have embarrassed him. And they'll go to this length to do insane shit because this is the modus operandi. This is the way that these guys think.
Or bad faith or something. So that's why I'm kind of talking about this, is because this was specifically a reason that was brought up regarding why I was kicked out as a mod on a live stream fail. And finally, I want to end this part of the story by
I do want to bring up something. A chatter brought this up as well, and it's, I think, really funny. This person filmed this and sent it to the personal email inbox of a fucking CEO, thinking that this was going to convince him that he had made the wrong decision, and I guess like immediately unban him or something. I've never encountered someone with such little self-awareness, and honestly, I respect it. I respect that. This is pretty fire, man. Another resounding DGG victory right here. Please, I urge people that still operate in these fucking weirdo circles. This is what you look like to the outside world. Please, I beg of you. I urge you to go outside. I urge you to fucking try to develop real world relationships and hope that that will snap you out of it, okay? This person is a perfect representation of the fuck Hasan style Redditors out there and all the fuck Hasan style fucking Twitter posters out there. Like, this is the singular human form of all that.
Talking about how Moist Critical made a video critical of the situation. And then about 30 minutes after this kind of video got released, I got reached out by the organizers of the events and told that 5 live streamers in the event had dropped out and that therefore the event was canceled and I should take down the post. In this video that Moist Critical had that was critical of the event, Moist Critical brought up points about how an image on the marketing page was AI generated, or that the domain name was registered in Iceland, or that basically just the whole thing, it smelled bad. That's what he did. He did this motion and he said it smelled bad. But beyond that, it doesn't seem like he did much research. I don't think that he reached out to any of the organizers. He certainly didn't reach out to me. And I mean, I don't know if he reached out to Mythic Talent or any of the streamers. Now I want to stop people here because this is very important. And I think this is something that not a lot of people might have noticed. And that important point is that nothing in this situation has yet to be definitively proven as a scam. I repeat, there is no definitive, at least public information yet, that anything fraudulent, malicious, or illegal has happened in the situation. The only confirmed things that we have right now is that I guess there was a website, looked a little weird, there was some bad publicity, everybody called it a scam, and then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got canceled, and everybody got refunded. None of this is illegal, none of this is proved to be a scam, at least yet. Maybe I'll eat these words. And yes, in retrospect, there are certainly some things which we could call yellow flags or even red flags. But that being said, I don't want people to go into this thinking that there was some proven malfeasance or something when there really is a possibility that a lot of this could have just been kind of bad organization and things just fell through. Just because something's a bad idea, just because something is misorganized, that doesn't mean that anything illegal happened.
Was he trying to say malfeasance? Malfeasance? What the fuck was that?
Or something, thinking that there was some proven malfeasance or something, when there really is a possibility that a lot of this could have just been kind of bad organization and things just fell through. Just because something's a bad idea, just because something is misorganized, that doesn't mean that anything illegal happened. You know, I still haven't gotten confirmation about kind of the Amazon Prime kind of a thing. I think that is the biggest unknown right now is I don't know about this supposed Amazon Prime deal, if it exists or not, because maybe they were in negotiation with them. Maybe a contract was in the works, but hasn't been signed yet. I'm not really.
Brother, why are you still... I mean, I guess he's trying to still make it seem like this was legit. There ain't... What do you mean? Oh, maybe there's still an Amazon play here. Okay, dude,
sure,
yeah.
We'll have to see. And then
that's just as likely as you getting your top moderator position back because the Reddit CEO watched this YouTube video and went, oh my God, I was so wrong about you.
I'll end the story by talking about why I got removed as the top moderator. It's really not a secret or very surprising. I got removed directly for the post that I pinned to the top of the subreddit related to the game show or supposed and alleged scam, as well as kind of for deleting comments that were kind of critical of it. I also want to make a comment about kind of the Reddit Code of Conduct team as a whole. Reddit has all this flowery language about how kind of the Code of Conduct team is not here to punish you. It's kind of here to get you to act in good faith. It's here to kind of give you second chances and warnings and all of this stuff. And apparently all of that are lies, because I was not given any second chances. I was not given very much kind of descriptive examples of kind of what I did wrong, or kind of given any ability to kind of defend myself. I was just given a very vague description of, yeah, there's accusations about some fraudulent scam that takes people's money and their PII, which means their name, right? Because you have to sign up with your name to join a contest. And so I have infringed on the code of conduct by promoting a game show where you have to put in your name or something, even though it hasn't really been proved to be.
Okay. Everything that he's repeating here with like, I guess like a sarcastic tone is guilty enough to remove you as a top moderator from a fucking subreddit. Like, what? Yeah, man, it was a fucking scam lottery. Like, what are you talking about? Also, it's Reddit. They could have banned you for a million different reasons. They could have banned you for the fucking endless brigading and harassment that LSF has been doing to me and every other fucking person to the left of your favorite content creator, Destiny, for like the last 3 years. They know that shit. You think on the back end they don't have access to how quickly those sorts of edited posts get 3,000 upvotes? Always uploaded in the morning and our time, always uploaded in European nighttime, and instantly in the first fucking 30 minutes gets 3K upvotes. You think Reddit doesn't know when a fucking post is being botted into oblivion or brigaded into oblivion? They didn't even fucking ban you off the platform. Why are you complaining? It's really funny if they actually ban him permanently off the platform and all of his other fucking sock accounts too, because he did this video.
Fraudulent yet. And so it's a little disappointing. Now, here's the most important part of the video, Spez. This is a direct message to you and only you. I want to talk about how this whole situation is a direct result of the lack of support that Reddit, the company, gives to its moderators. Yeah, I did the partnership. Yeah, I didn't look into this as much as I should, and I trusted kind of agencies and live streamers when I should not have. And I did delete comments, which I thought would have been borderline defamatory if the situation wasn't, I guess, a scam, even though it technically hasn't been proven to be a scam yet. But despite all of that, there's still massive kind of like problems at Reddit, the company, due to the lack of support that caused this. But right before
this, I think, is one of the best examples of what happens when you're in the Destiny cult too. You think you can like argue yourself out of every situation. Like, these guys genuinely think like, if I actually unlock logic and reasoning here, everyone else is going to listen to what I have to say and think I'm fucking brilliant and then apologize to me. And you know, I will own you. I will have owned you in the marketplace of ideas. It's like, bro, you're talking to the Reddit CEO in perhaps the most embarrassing format you possibly could about shit that the average person doesn't care about at all. It's fucking crazy. Reddit lies. Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities. Oh, stop.
I go into the specific reasons of how this happened, I want to talk about why this matters in the first place. And this matters because Reddit moderators have power. They have influence. If you're one of the people who is joking about like internet janitor duties or whatever, I'm sorry to tell you, it's funny jokes, but
I will ban you. If you joke about that, I will ban you. I will ban you from my subreddit. Well, I can't ban you off of LSF yet, but any longer, but I will ban you.
You are wrong. Reddit moderation does matter. Reddit moderators have control over millions of impressions per day, and nobody seems to notice or care. Let's just talk about LSF. Think of all the streamer careers that have been created because of LSF. Think about the even larger number of streamer careers that have been destroyed because of LSF, because some clip.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He admitted. He admitted. Fuck. And even then, it's like not. I mean, this is written like a manifesto, but like even then, it's a fucking clown behavior. He's like, I've been using my power to destroy careers. It's like, okay. Okay, buddy.
Went viral about of careers that have been created because of LSF. Think about the even larger number of streamer careers that have been destroyed because of LSF because some clip went viral about like something bad that they did. I have had major live streamers who are effectively celebrities come to me and beg to kind of remove, negative posts about them. An even crazier story is the time when some Twitch employees found me in person and borderline begged me to make sure LSF is not used to destroy the
Bro, you are literally a whole ass freak, dude. Oh my God, he's like nutting off of the fucking minutia of power that he got when he has none, by the way. This example proves why you got removed as the top moderator, dumbass. And the very example of your position being removed by Reddit is proof that you don't actually have power. Your life is meaningless. It's worthless. Why can't you just do this shit for fun? The reason why people clown on moderators and say, oh, you guys are, janitors, you're a fucking idiot, you're a loser, all this shit is because of this. Because under normal circumstances, the reason why you moderate a community or the reason why you moderate a fucking subreddit is because you actually have interest in the subreddit, not because you love the power that you have over all the streamers. I can make and break careers. I can destroy an entire fucking platform. You are the last person that should be moderating anything. You should actually not even be on Reddit to begin with. I think they should ban your whole fucking account. It would be the first step towards a better future for you, okay? What the fuck? The whole point of moderation is that you love a certain subject, okay? And you love the fandom surrounding it. And then you engage with it in order to have like better discussions around it. Like that's the reason. That's the reason why this concept started, okay? That is what is supposed to happen. That's the normal thing that you do. You have a job, and as for fun on the side, you do this thing because you care about the community that you're a part of. You have basically openly admitted that you tried to abuse your position every step of the fucking way. What? Be careful telling a Reddit mod you hope they get banned is like making a death threat to a normie. No, this is the first time someone has ever made a life threat. Okay? This is not a death threat. This is a life threat. I'm threatening him with a better life. If this guy got permanently banned from Reddit, it would be like when, you call up fucking gambling websites or casinos to tell them to not let you in. You know what I mean? It's like that. Yeah, I'm not saying kill yourself. I'm saying live yourself, King. You got only one life.
$1 billion company, Twitch, partially because at the time, LSF was indeed being used to destroy the multi-billion-dollar company, Twitch. Deservedly so, by the way. Or even just take this literal circumstance. Imagine the whole kind of operation was legit. Well, guess what? One single post on LSF caused all of the streamers to drop out and destroyed a $20 million opportunity.
It wasn't real.
Sorry, Mythic. My bad. Or imagine it was, a scam through and through. Well, guess what? We were the ones to expose it and destroy it before it had the chance to cause any real harm. I mean, everybody got refunded after all. Bitch,
you were deleting people calling it out. Actually, oh, I claim credit in both cases. I win, you lose. What do you have to say to that? We did it, Reddit. This is literally like those fucking memes about the Redditor who wants to watch his wife get fucked, talking about polyamory. God damn, bro. I forget how much of a loser people can be on the internet. Like, I really do. I think I spent too much time outside, too much time with fucking normies. Even though most of my job is online and on the internet, I really do shelter you from a lot of this kind of behavior on the internet, chat. You don't even understand. You think I'm doing too much when I fucking watch Asmongold because he's like literally spewing toxic bile to like 40,000 of the worst incels you've ever fucking seen, and really shitting up the place. But the well gets deeper. Okay, the well of depravity is so much deeper than you think. And the reason why I don't fucking do it is because I do it, Chinese style censorship. I put a fucking Chinese firewall up in this bitch and rarely ever covered this side of the internet. Even if this side of the internet is covering me on a daily fucking basis, like nonstop. And you only hear about it when they actually reach the normie sphere somehow. When they strike gold and you're like, why are people saying this about you? This motherfucker is one of the people as to why they're saying that thing, whatever insert new drama that they manufactured at LSF. That is it. That's the motherfucker.
Things ended up okay. Right or wrong, you can think I'm a good moderator or a bad moderator. You can think that LSF helps streamers or is the bane of their existence in the entire industry. But please don't for a single second pretend like it doesn't matter. And that's just one subreddit. Now back to me. I was one of your most passionate users. I was in the Reddit partnership program from the start. I took advantage of every opportunity that I could. I had meetings with kind of the Reddit community managers. I begged them for help and kind of partnership opportunities at every chance that I could. And I was blown off every single time. I got nothing out of it. The community managers never helped me. As, you know, nice as the guy was, I think he had basically no power to help me. I was one of the only moderators out there who tried to grow my community, who had any ambition, who tried to work with the company or help other subreddits or help the company that a whole, and it didn't matter. I failed, and it failed because of how mismanaged and how little support Reddit, the company, gives to moderators. So let's circle back. Let's go back to the moderation situation. This is a very key important point, so please pay attention. None of this would have happened.
I saw one comment in here that I need to highlight. Someone went, my God, what has Reddit done? Yep. That's the takeaway that he thought we would be having right now. How could Reddit let go of such a valuable unpaid moderator of the mass harassment and cyber stalking and fuck women subreddit? What? That's been used like a fleshlight for kick.com for like the last 2 years. How could this have happened? We must bring him back right now.
If I had gotten support from Reddit. Do you think that I want to be the guy like going out, like messaging random people in Discords and LinkedIn's and trying to figure out kind of these partnerships? I don't. This is not my job. I am not qualified to do any of this. I am not a lawyer. I cannot read contracts to know what I should do or I should not do. I just want to like grow my subreddit, have a big vision, and I don't want to deal with this. At the end of the day, I'm a random nobody who got lucky.
Wait, what got edited? What got edited? Was that in the original? What's that skip cut there? Did he get embarrassed that he deleted one of the parts of the fucking... He started crying. This feller has beautiful lips. I can't get over how moist his lips are. Everything about this is so bad. He started crying. Bro, Reddit pulled a Maduro style operation on him, dude. They fucking they came in with the special forces and just kidnapped his ass. And just like with Maduro, Delcy Rodriguez is still running the fucking show. His guys are still in command, but he's mad that he lost the power.
Took over one of your largest gaming subreddits on the platform because I won a stupid game of like Reddit mod politics. But apparently, I'm the only person out there who understands the potential that Reddit has. If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had lawyers.
By the way, this is why I say, like, sometimes people think I'm being harsh when I say, like, oh, dude, without, like, the hatred that you have for me motivating you to continue living, like, you probably would have killed yourself. Like, I'm talking about a guy like this. I want you to visualize this creature every time someone comes in and goes, Hasan, you are so stupid. Your argument is puerile. You have made 0 arguments. Asmongold mugs you. Asmongold. D was on stream raging at Charlie defending his mod. Defending this mod. No, this is not this mod. This is his mod. He lost his #1 soldier that was running LSF for him.
That were helping.
Guess his age, 43? Or maybe it's one of those guys that's like, he looks 40, but he's actually like 35. This motherfucker is only 1 year older than me? Oof.
Me like reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements, none of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened. And before you say it, I'm sure there's some employee at Reddit, the company, that says like, oh yeah, we do that. That's my job. It's over here. Well, clearly you're not even doing 1% of what you should be doing because nobody uses these resources.
Like, instead of firing me from my unpaid position, you should fire that guy who's not doing his job.
Nobody cares. You are not doing enough. Multiply it by 100 and then let's talk.
Bro, whoever clapped this dude is getting a promotion. If I'm the CEO and I watch even like the first frame of this video, I'm gonna be like, dude, thank you. Keep doing more of that. Actually, we should permaban this guy. IP wide, like site wide IP ban. Straight up. Like, what do you mean?
It needs to be professionalized, and it starts with the mods. This is going to be controversial, but the people who are running your multi-billion-dollar website are unqualified nobodies like me. That doesn't mean it's my fault or their fault. It's your fault, Spez. Here's why. The controversial solution is just get rid of the bad mods with better mods or paid mods or do takeovers or more rules or something like that. But there are better solutions. You can train them. You can give mods infrastructure or pipelines or resources or real kind of material support and treat them as if they have the actual power and influence that they actually have. And so communities can rise to the heights they truly could. And the Reddit Moderator Partner Program is not it. Reddit moderators do not need one call with like one guy a month, as nice as he is, love you, Pablo, who has no power and no ability to affect anything.
Oh no, Pablo's getting fired, bro. Or maybe they're gonna fucking actually give Pablo a raise too, to be like, damn, bro, you were dealing with this motherfucker for like the last couple of years. Brother, you are a moderator of what is supposed to be a fan subreddit. Okay. Why is this? Oh my God. The reason why people clown on people like this is because, well, he's not a moderator. I apologize. Ex-moderator. It's supposed to be voluntary and it's supposed to be for fun. It's supposed to be voluntary. It's supposed to be for fun. It's supposed to be because you care about this community and you want to, and you actually want to let it thrive. You have very clearly talked about how much power you have and how much influence you command over content creators that I hate. I can make or break people. It's like, well, first of all, you can't, because let's be fucking real, okay? Maybe it's not the same for other content creators. I'm sure there have been people who've cut their careers short because of like the negative attention they got from like LSF or other places. But these motherfuckers have been trying to get me killed, deplatformed, or at the very least prosecuted, okay, in that order. Because being deplatformed is worse than being prosecuted by the federal government. Anyway, for the last like fucking 4 years. So obviously it hasn't been that successful, you know? It's just a base boosted, more normie facing version of Kiwi Farms. That's all this is.
Reddit moderators don't need Christmas celebrations or special badges or community or events or team building exercises. No, even the Reddit event budget is barely useful. No, they need real material support. That means access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So an access to a bounty board or ad deals or lawyers or event organizers or professionals or anything that actually matters. To summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence. I mean, if not for the world, at least over your $50 billion company, maybe if you gave them actual support, it could go from 50 billion to 100 billion. I mean, it certainly deserves to be that high up for how much traffic Reddit gets. So why haven't you solved this problem already, Spez? Is it because you're out of touch and you aren't aware of the problem? Is it because Reddit is a bloated mess and they can't ship products? No, I think the real issue is that Reddit is held hostage by the negativity and toxicity of its user base, and it doesn't really have the freedom to make bold and important and transformative decisions that could save the company. If you
Very self-unaware statement right there, by the way. Like that last statement perfectly summarizes everything. He said, Reddit is held back by the toxicity of its user base. Bitch, you're the power user. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, it seems to me like they're cleaning house, okay? Shouts out to Reddit. Hey, yo, Reddit, good job. You got a W here. I mean, you got more W's that you could work on. You know, go after the Ethan Klein H3H3 production subreddit next, please. Okay, my life is yours. I will literally. Okay, listen, Reddit. I know you and I have not exactly seen eye to eye on issues. Okay, let me get up close and personal with you. Okay, let me get up close and personal with you, Reddit. Ghislaine Maxwell may have been a top moderator in world news. You know, all of these other big subreddits that are news aggregation platforms are actually aggregating Atlantis, NATO Atlantis talking points. But let me tell you something, Reddit. You fucking clean up LSF and you clean up H3H3 Productions for all the endless harassment that they have brought about the streaming community, my friends, and even in times myself. And my life is yours. A lot of people make fun of you, Reddit. They make fun of you. They say, you're a cuck. If you use Reddit, there's an entire TikTok trend making fun of Redditors and the way that people speak. And it's oftentimes exactly like that fucking dipshit that you just X'd out from LSF. I will become a Reddit power user. I will take sexy photos on my laptop while I'm browsing Reddit. I will do everything in my power to make Reddit a powerhouse, sexy as fuck. No one will think. I'll get Zoran Mamdani to get on Reddit. You know what I mean? I'll get AOC on Reddit. we'll be doing AMAs. Ask me anything. Ask you anything. Like I said, clean up the fucking harassment communities and my life is yours, Reddit. Okay, I'll use Hasan_Piker every fucking day. Every day of the goddamn week. You already know I'm going to be using OK Buddy later anyway. Let's go.
Agree with anything that I said, Spez? Well, you're in luck. I live in San Francisco, and I would be happy to talk to you in person or any Reddit product manager or employee.
Why would this ever happen? Oh, he said, I live in San Francisco. I will find you in person. If you do not respond to my message, I will find you on the streets of San Francisco, and we will have a good faith debate. I fucking love this guy.
All, you know, or on a call or something. That's my pitch to you, Spez. The rest is to the community. To the community, Spez and Reddit, they're almost certainly not going to fix any of this. All of this is up to us to solve. For anyone who this message has resonated with and wants to solve this problem, well, I have created a subreddit called r/SubAlliance. SubAlliance will be a nonprofit, volunteer, community-based initiative to solve all of the problems that I have laid out. We will create tools and resources so good, so useful, that everybody will have to work with us. Think talent agency, but for subreddits. You have the big ideas, you have the vision, you have the crazy cool things that you want to do, and we handle the logistics. Materially, that means connections to major companies, partnerships, doing AMAs, running events, doing mod recruitment, cross-collaboration with other relevant subreddits, that kind of stuff. Go to r/SubAlliance and we will make it happen. The link will be in the description below. Reddit used to be a place where we did stuff. The phrase, "we did it Reddit," although used sarcastically, existed for a reason. And that is—
Yes! Existed because you painted you falsely framed the Boston Marathon bombing on the wrong guy. That's why it's making fun of Reddit. Ah! That's the whole point of We Did It Reddit. This guy is literally unaware of all of the memes. He's like, actually is a meme about how smart every Redditor actually is. Actually is actually intellect. Manifest. No, they're clowning on you because you're taking yourself too seriously. What the fuck? It's sad because he's basically calling them out about how they're profiting off of mod labor, but he boils it down to wanting more power and influence that it means to live off of. No, he has a job. As far as if we can believe it. He has a fucking job. He has a job. He has a job. He has an actual job. Also, the irony is, you think Reddit fucking doesn't know that half of the subreddits are actually, like, the best subreddits on Reddit, everybody knows, is like small, hyper niche subreddits, right? About like fixing a specific type of toaster or some shit like that. Okay? All these like very large subreddits are oftentimes owned and operated by guys exactly like this. And I remember when Reddit was being sold or whatever, it was like some financial deal that was taking place and everyone was really mad and they did a Reddit blackout. And you want to know how they fixed the Reddit blackout? They just banned all the fucking subredditors that were demanding, or subreddit moderators that were demanding anything but just being on top of a fucking powerful subreddit where they have power. That's it. Because most of the fucking Redditors on those large subreddits only want to be there because they think they have this level of power and this level of influence. And if anything, the reason why Reddit reacted the way that it did for this guy is because they wanted to show you that you don't have any power. Yeah, buddy, I'm sure Reddit will be reaching out soon. Looks exactly what a Reddit moderator is supposed to look like. Oh my God, this is the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen. Blood that comb over is fooling nobody. I cannot believe that he just went through all of this. I don't understand what Boston bombing. Explain, please. When the Boston Marathon bombing happened many, many years ago, Redditors thought that they found who was actually responsible for it. It turns out it was just a totally random guy that they decided was the terrorist associated with the Boston Marathon bombing. His life was fucking ruined.
For most people,
This guy's also a fucking neo-Nazi shithead now, by the way. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Maybe he's gotten normal as of late. But yeah, Wavy Web Surf or whatever. All these like fucking pedophile neo-Nazi Sam Hyde fans. You got to see this. Oh my God, he has a sub-alliance. That was possibly one of the most embarrassing videos I've ever watched in my entire life. I don't know why you thought it was a good idea to share that shit. Second coming of the r/anti-work Fox News interview, but without a hostile interviewer. Redditors assemble. Lol. Do anyone here unemployed? Oh, God. Big respect. I definitely respect a top-tier internet janitor moving on from losing his drop of power and trying to create a new avenue for it like he so desperately needs. That was awesome. Okay? That was fucking awesome. This guy's actively tried to ruin my fucking life for the last 3 or 4 years at the direction of his favorite sex cult streamer, Sex Destiny. So the entire internet getting together to fucking dunk on him is awesome.